Salute, salute, salute. Bow. Blessings. Nocturnal thoughts. Real quick video. Then I'm going to get out the way. I've always heard this. You can't outbox a boxer. If you're a fighter, if you got a fighting style, if you got a brawling style, if you got a fighting style, you can't outbox a boxer. And if you are a boxer, you can't out-brawl a brawler. So if you're a boxer and you're a brawler, I feel like you should just perfect your style. If Devin Haney tries to out-brawl Regis Progress, he could lose. If Regis Progress tries to outbox Devin Haney, he definitely loses. I was watching an interview of Regis post-conference, and he said one thing that I did like. It was more of a reverse psychology of why he's training. He's visualizing that Devin Haney is the most hardest puncher that he has ever faced. I like that because it makes me feel like he's not overlooking Devin Haney, because sometimes before the fight was announced, he was talking about Devin Haney as if it was just a foregone conclusion that was going to be easy work. And I said, if you underrate or underestimate Devin Haney, he's going to destroy Regis Progress. You know what I'm saying? So any kind of weakness that you feel like Devin Haney has, I would try to, when I'm training and preparing for the fight, don't believe none of that hype that Devin Haney can't punch, that Devin Haney isn't tough, he don't have the heart, he don't have the dog. If Regis Progress is thinking anywhere along those lines that Devin Haney is easy work and that he's going to hit him and hurt him and drop him and stop him, then he's going to lose that fight. Regis Progress has to have the mind frame that this is going to be his toughest fight, because in my mind it really is one of his toughest fights that he's had. He did fought some tough dudes, but you know, most people are going to really focus on that Josh Taylor fight. Josh Taylor collapses the pocket, and he likes to fight in the telephone booth. He likes to get, you know, in the inside game and do a lot of rough tactics. And, you know, his mid-range and his inside game is great. But Josh Taylor kind of didn't have the greatest long-range game. He didn't have the most elite jab. Devin Haney has an educated jab. He got sophisticated footwork and a high ring IQ. You can't outbox Devin Haney if you Regis Progress. Regis Progress says, you know, there's not going to be just skill versus power. There's going to be skill versus skill. He's going to have some skill, but he's really going to have to try to turn this into a dog fight as well. Devin Haney going up to 140. He said making 140 is still not going to be that great for him, as far as he's a big guy. He feel like even getting to 140 is still going to be a little bit of a struggle. But we know he was draining himself at 135. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what he looked like on the scale, but it's going to be more interesting to see what his power looks like, because you know what? I don't think Devin Haney will ever have like devastating power, but it's hard to say what kind of power he has. You know, always people was talking about the grown man strength, and now he's going up in weight. So I'm expecting to see his power be a little different than what it was when he's sucking down to 135. I would really want to see Devin Haney just perfect what he does best, which is use the jab, fast, control the distance, speed, reflexes, use his ring IQ, use the entire ring, and outbox and outclass Regis Progress and frustrate him. But if he decides to mix it up, he can get caught with something and hurt him. But he's going to go in there and I think have the mentality to do a little bit of both. I think he wants to get the respect, and he's going to do a little bit of banging and a lot of boxing. But he's going to get in there and try to bang it up a little bit. I think he's going to have to, like they say, ain't nobody just walking through Devin Haney. They always say that when somebody don't have the most devastational power, they always say he got respectable power. When somebody got enough power to keep you honest, like you just can't come in there and throw caution to the wind and just start throwing wild haymakers at Devin Haney. He's too sharp, natural. He do got heart, he do got dog, he do got grit, and he's shown that in fight after fight after fight. My thing is with Devin Haney, with the few deficiencies I do see in his game, is he gonna under prepare? Which I doubt it. But in both these guys' mind, they have to understand that this is probably the hardest fight of their career for both of them. It's a little bit of unknown going up to 140 for Devin Haney. His punch resistance might be tested a little bit different, especially some punches to the body, because Regis Progress does commit to the body, and his awkward shots he throws to the body. I felt like he wanted to impose his will on Lomachenko and be a bigger man, and that sort of didn't work to the game plan that I think he walked out of that fight with the victory, but also I don't think he was completely satisfied with that performance. I think Lomachenko had one too many moments in that fight that still made it questionable whether or not Devin Haney had that respectable amount of power to keep somebody off of him. Lomachenko has great footwork, so that's different. Regis Progress doesn't have that same footwork of a Lomachenko, but he does have great head movement. Like I said, he do a lot of bobbing and weaving and creating space in the pocket, but sometimes I feel like he has a freestyle type of style. Like he don't go in there with a plan. Like when he fought against Josh Taylor, I just thought Josh Taylor would outclass him as far as he would go in there with a plan A, plan B, plan C, and be able to make adjustments, versus Regis Progress kind of was like, I'm gonna make it up as I go and wing it a little bit, freestyle. And I don't think that's going to work against somebody as crafty as Devin Haney whatsoever. You will have to have a plan, a game plan to handicap Devin Haney, to take away his strengths, to take away his jab, to take away his footwork. You cannot go in there and chase him around and throw loaded up shots. That's going to be easy for Devin Haney. So you're going to have a calculated approach. It's going to have to be methodical, because Devin Haney is too technical. He's too technically sound. He don't have the greatest defense in the pocket. He can come out of exchanges with himself exposed to get caught on his exit. Sometimes he don't hook off his jab and he start throw out a lazy jab and can get countered. And we have seen his chin. He got a decent chin, but his chin still has a little bit of a question mark by it, whether or not he can take a big punch from a 140 pounder. But you got to land that punch also. Like Devin Haney, I feel like with the extra size on him, if he's feeling healthier, he's feeling happier, and he don't want to get hit by a guy that doesn't have that type of ability to deliver that punch, he's not going to get touched. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney can go through a fight with the right mindset and not even get touched from a guy that's just trying to hurt him. Like, it can't just be where I'm just going to hit you and hurt you. You got to have a game plan. So for Regis to say it's not just skill versus power, it's skill versus skill, I will see that in the ring. For Devin Haney to say, I'm just going to beat this dude ass, you know, I think Devin, that's why I think it's just a wordplay. I feel like I'd rather hear Devin Haney say, I'm just going to outbox the shit out of you. You know, I'm just going to outbox you. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start talking about beating people ass, like Devin Haney really don't whoop nobody ass. He just can outbox you. And when he starts to try to whoop somebody ass, then he starts to create those openings, and then he starts getting caught with shots. And it's just sort of a flag on the play, it's sort of a yellow flag to say, you know, danger, Real Robinson. Like, you get in there with a puncher, and you leave yourself exposed like that, and it could be bam, baby, good night. So the dynamic of these fights is, it is a stylistically great matchup. You know what I'm saying? Yin and yang. To me, this is power versus skill, but Devin Haney also does have an underrated amount of power, and Regis Prograis does have an underrated amount of skill. So it's yin and yang. They should balance out and complement each other. It just depends on who has the best game plan, who has their mind right, who has a good training camp, who prepares the best, and who don't drink their own Kool-Aid and fall for the hype. Who really just puts in the work and then let the work do the rest. You know, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe and start, you know, thinking you can't be beat, or start thinking your opponent ain't this and he ain't that. Like, if I hear Regis talking about Devin Haney ain't from the streets, and Devin Haney didn't get it out the mud, and Devin Haney, you know, don't have the heart and he don't have the dog, then it's going to be an easy fight for Devin Haney, because you're underestimating your opponent. If I start hearing Devin Haney just say you ain't nothing but a street fighter, you ain't nothing but a slugger, and you won't have no skill, and you know what I'm saying, all you got is power, and you just relying on power, and you're going to be an easy cakewalk for me to outbox you, then I might start thinking that Devin Haney is setting himself up, sabotaging himself to go in there slipping and get caught with a big shot, because you underestimating your opponent. So hopefully both of these guys come with A game, and we see a great fight, great boxing match, and you see a little bit of both get mixed up, and you can see the footwork, you can see the technique, you can see you know, who've been doing their homework and studying their opponent, and comes up with a better game plan. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the conference. One thing that Regis Prograis his strength and conditioning coach said, I was gonna say bodyguard, but his strength and conditioning coach said on the platform, which I thought was a little disrespectful to Regis Prograis. Maybe that's why Regis Prograis called him a clown too. He's like, I'm done with this clown. These clowns can go. But you can't be this man's strength and conditioning coach, and you talking shit to Devin Haney and Bill Haney, and then you have Regis right next to you and say, I'm gonna call Tank. I thought that was a big slip, and you doubled down on that shit. I'm gonna call Tank. You sitting next to Regis. Why are you talking about I'm gonna call Tank? You a track star, you running. I'm gonna call Tank. I'm gonna call Shakur. That was disrespectful to Regis, in my opinion. That's a no-no. That's showing me that your team might not be prepared for Devin Haney and their wits and their ring IQ. Nocturnal thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Salute. Salute. Salute.